Our next guest, PATRYK BIALAS, is a director at the Science and Technology Park Eurocentrum. He's also a passionate activist who's been leading the fight against the climate crisis in Poland as both a community organizer and campaigner. And he is now good enough to join us live via satellite from Katowice, where leaders from around the globe again are meeting to discuss the climate crisis and what needs to be done to combat it at this year's Conference of the Parties, otherwise known as COP24. And PATRYK, again, welcome to the program. And as a climate activist from Katowice, what does it mean to have COP24 there this year?
Well, it is a very good opportunity for Katowice, in my opinion, the best opportunity for local communities, for locals, because climate debate, the debate about climate crisis is becoming very popular, and people are discussing about climate crisis impacts on human health around the table during the Saturday and Sunday dinner. I'm very happy on that.
Listening to the Vice President's presentation, specifically as it regarded Poland, there were some terrifying things of which he spoke. What are your biggest concerns then about emissions from the local coal industry there and the impact on people's health?
Well, we need to be clear that the main problem, that the main source of air pollution, for example, in Poland, is not the industry, it's the low emission. These are smokes coming out from our chimneys, I mean the chimneys of one or multi-family houses. And that's why we need to avoid burning coal in our small temperature heating systems, because it produced a lot of air pollution, a lot of smoke.
I know in 2015 you founded the Katowice Smog Alert. What is it, and how did the community receive it?
Well, it was very impressive. We started about 3 years ago with a group of 5 people, and we developed it during our actions. People were gathering more and more, and there is a lot of activists working sometimes independent of Katowice Smog Alarm, because the air pollution became very popular in Poland, and there is still a lot of people who are interested fighting against air pollution, doing some clean air actions, and I'm very happy on that.
Have you seen a change in the air quality there?
Yes, for sure. I remember from my childhood that the air was much more polluted than it is nowadays. But in fact, 20, 30 years ago, we didn't measure the air pollution in Katowice. We started the process about a few years ago. And in my opinion, today we know how bad air is in Poland, and now we know much more about how the air quality impacts on our health. And that's why we started acting very fast, very rapidly. And there is plenty of actions, not only in Katowice, generally speaking in Poland, about the air pollution, against air pollution, and raising the awareness, social awareness, because people are very interested what they can do to avoid the air pollution in Poland.
And so, fighting the climate crisis means that you're not just looking to make a social impact, you're also looking perhaps to change political attitudes as well. And to that end, as a newly elected member of the city council there, I know you have 3 environmental goals you hope to accomplish during your 5-year term. What are they?
I have 3 priorities. The first one is clean air for Katowice. The second one is more clean energy for Katowice. The third one is more green spaces in Katowice. In my opinion, it should be a high priority for local city council, and I will work for it.
We're also seeing some very innovative building development there, in fact, happening at the Eurocentrum Science and Technology Park, of which you are a part. What are you looking then to do specifically to improve energy efficiency and sustainability in and really around Katowice?
Well, first of all, we created about 11 years ago Eurocentrum Technology Park. We decided to work much more on the energy efficiency in buildings, and we developed that to achieve low emissions goals, we need to provide, we need to implement renewable energy sources into the buildings. And that's why we created about a few years ago a project of passive building, the biggest passive building in this part of Europe. It is 7,500 square meters building, which used for heating purposes only 15 kilowatt hours per square meter per year. We are paying for heating these buildings less than 10,000 zlotych a year. So it is very cheap, and the results are very impressive. And our goal is to promote energy efficiency in buildings, renewable energy sources, and energy saving technologies, because we think it is our future.
Important work, and it's just one reason why world leaders again are descending upon Katowice as we speak to meet there at COP24. But still, this is a fight that will forever be fought also at the grassroots level. So I wonder, how optimistic are you as Poland makes this push towards a more energy efficient future for your country's future?
I observed for last year that there is a lot of local peoples who are interested in climate action, but up till now they were isolated. So in cooperation with Climate Reality Project Europe, we started building Climate Speakers Network here in Katowice, in the region. And we collected in this network about 30 activists who are interested in speaking about climate crisis very local. Then we trained a group of 9 people, 9 climate reality leaders who are acting very intensive last few months. And that's why I'm very optimistic, because I see a lot of actions, and I'm quite sure the climate grassroots movement in Silesia is starting. There is a good green future for us, and we are working all together about a green vision for Silesia.
Well, we walk hand in hand and arm in arm with you here and all around the globe. I know Patryk Bialas, again, the Vice President, will be there soon. Keep up all the great work you're doing there in Katowice, and thank you so much for joining us here on the program.